So I started learning Chinese in high school. In my high school, we had like elective space, but instead of like all the other elective options, I thought it'd be really cool like try and take another language and see how that would kind of fit into like the rest of my high school journey. So I actually came to Paul very aspirational 18-year-old thinking I could like triple major in some random stuff. Um, and I came as a double major in world language education and social science, secondary education of social science major. Had a lot on my mind and I wasn't really sure exactly what I wanted to do. And then at a certain point during my first year when I started taking education classes through the College of Ed, which has amazing programs, I realized that I was more interested in like the material classes than how to teach them. I still definitely want to be an educator, but somewhere along the way, I just really like kind of clicked with like the MOL faculty, specifically like the Chinese faculty, and like how invested they were, I think, in their students and how much they like showed that and how much they wanted to like contribute to your experience. Um, and then I just did more classes and ended up studying abroad, and that really helped kind of push me ahead towards a major. And here we are now. I think a good way to phrase it, it's definitely small but mighty. I honestly think like the modern language department as a whole is kind of like a very, it's like a low-key hidden gem at this university because of like all the really fascinating research that a bunch of the faculty do and what they publish, but also like their pedagogy and their teaching is also insanely like well accredited and like well known throughout the student body because everybody has to take like those modern language requirement classes, and then like a whole bunch of the student body like forgets about it, but then like the people that choose to stay with it like are the ones that are the most rewarded with it because the faculty are like they're so passionate about you as a student and about your learning and about like not only your language acquisition and like improving your language skills, but also making sure that like you have the opportunities during undergraduate but also post grad to like pursue stuff later on. Like I only remember being a freshman not even having decided wanting to be a language major yet, and then going to like a study abroad fair, and I like knew I wanted to like study abroad and I knew I wanted to do like an immersive language program, and I was debating which ones, and I met with Cara Miller, who pointed me in the direction of Professor Jin, and I like was able to like get like a sit down meeting with her and like talk with like the director of the language program, like literally like within like I remember like the first quarter of me being a student here, and like start to like plan out like how I was going to make studying abroad work and how I was going to make potentially minoring or double majoring. And I honestly think that's the reason why I ended up double majoring in it. What I think makes the Chinese faculty so unique is they're just so dedicated to you as a learner, as a person, as a student. It's genuinely felt like so corny, but like kind of like a family because it's just everybody knows each other and everybody's so cohesive and like friendly with each other. It's beautiful. In terms of future plans, this summer I have a job lined up at Northwestern University for a teaching assistant position at a summer program they have for high school students, which is really fun. And then after that, I'm actually going to be on a Fulbright, which is really fun, to Taiwan for English teaching assistantship. And essentially, I'll just be working with local English teachers there and like developing curriculum and teaching in the classroom, which is really cool. After that, I'm not too sure yet, but I hope to pursue linguistics in academia. I would love to get an MA somewhere along the line in maybe linguistics, general linguistics or Chinese linguistics, and then probably pursue a PhD one day in linguistics or something of the like in the language field. I would say build community. You want to know your classmates and you want to know your teachers. And I think it's relatively very easy in language programs where you can really get to know your peers and know the people that you're working with on a daily basis and build relationships with them. I know a lot of the times, like when people talk about this, it seems like super out of reach, but genuinely study abroad has been so good for not only me as a person and like getting out of my bubble and going other places in the world, but also it's insane in what it does for language acquisition. I think specifically for Chinese because you get real world exposure to like how people actually talk. Being able to like go into immersive programs or even like being in a Chinese speaking country getting out there and talking with people genuinely is like makes all the difference.